Hey, are we live yet? We are live. So can we go ahead and rock with y'all?
We're live.
Beautiful, beautiful. Hey guys, good to see you.
Hey.
Marriage Tune-Up back in the building, right, babe?
Back in the building.
Okay, hey, we're going to be talking about self-control today and how to get it better in your marriage, in your life with God. Is that cool?
Cool.
All right, cool. Let's go. Hey, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Yeah, back because you're looking for the same thing. Some more Jesus, some more just love and marriage. And today here with the Queen.
Yes.
Yeah. What are we talking about today, man?
We're talking about self-control.
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 Not self-destruction.
You know, remember that song back in the day?
Yeah. Self-control.
Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction.
Don't do it, Jimmy. Don't do it.
You know, if you if you don't have self-control in your marriage or in your life or just self-control period, you will be headed for self-destruction.
So true. So we're looking forward to giving you some tips, some tune-up tools, right? Some tune-up tips to make sure that, hey, you are going in the right direction with self-control. Right. So we're going to dive in. Hey, big ups to just everybody that's watching right now. Hey, share this, like this, please. And also subscribe to the Marriage Tune -up. All right, I'm gonna say it to you again. The Marriage Tune -up. You can rock that on YouTube at any time, so that way you don't miss any of our segments and things like that. That'd be a beautiful thing. Yeah. So also big ups to all our sponsors. Yes. We're gonna rep you at the end of the show, but we want to get started with self-control, babe. Where you want to start with that? So
real quick. So I know last time we talked about faithfulness. We've been talking about the fruit of the Spirit. Right. In marriage and how that pertains to our marriage. Right. And so I know last time we were saying that we were going to talk about self-control. We also said we were going to talk about STDs. Right. So, and so STDs being soul ties, detox, sexually transmitted demons, socially transmitted demons. But in my research time this time, it was like way more than what I even anticipated it would be. So this time I think we're just gonna we're gonna focus on self-control, but we're going to introduce soul ties. We'll introduce it a little bit, and we'll come back and we'll it's because it was just too big and I was really massive. So that's something that we have to, bite by bite. Okay. Bit by bite or whatever you want to call it. Love it. So so this week we're going to just talk about self-control. And what I found in my research time with self-control is that self-control is kind of like well, let me ask the viewers. Do you think that you have to have, what's the difference between patience and self-control?
Well, for me, and guys, remember, y'all can type in the chat, y'all can do y'all thing. And
wait a minute, first of all, before you tell them that, let's give them my scripture again. Give them my scripture, which is
the fruit of the Spirit. Okay, it's love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. Against such things there is no law.
And that address is Galatians 5:22 and 23.
Thank you, babe. Thank you. Now you were asking me the question about patience and self-control.
I'm also asking the audience.
Yeah. So you guys chime in wherever you need to. But honestly, I think they go hand in hand. If they're not cousins, then they brothers. Those type things. You can't have patience and not have self-control. The only way to get self-control is to have patience. So it definitely goes hand in hand on those. I believe, everybody can have their own mindset on it, but I'm kind of giving them my 2 cents right now, right? Really? Yeah. So it's all good. It's all good. What do you think?
I think that I agree with that you definitely need patience in order to have self-control. Right. Because frustration. Self-control is
it's a tough one.
That's hard. It's hard to have self-control.
I can't say that in years past that I had it honestly at all. Either. Because I think there's levels to it. There's levels to self-control. Whether you want to call it self-control or willpower or discipline.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let me give you the
some
definitions.
Okay. Yeah. Break it down. Break it down.
Some definitions.
Break it down, Mookie.
Self-control, a noun, the ability to control oneself, in particular one's emotions and desires, or the expression of them in one's behavior, especially in difficult situations.
Okay.
Another definition of self-control includes the ability to manage your actions, feelings, and emotions, control of one's emotions, desires, and actions of one's own will.
Okay, I like that.
The ability to control one's desires and impulses or willpower.
Appetites.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or willpower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I received that. I can take it, but I have to say that I didn't do a good job at that growing up, or in my a lot of my adult time either. I didn't have a good time.
Just real quick, in your dating life, do you feel like you before you got married,
right.
Do you feel like you exercised self-control?
No. I think if anything, I didn't have any willpower there. I wanted to date who I wanted to date, knock boots who I want to knock boots with, and act a fool when I wanted to act a fool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what it did is if you don't have self-control in the early and you don't train on that, then when it really is time for marriage and to be monogamous, then it's just that much harder. In my opinion on it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that God uses self-control as a discipline, as a way of disciplining us, a way to have us die to our flesh.
Okay.
Not my will, but your will, just having control. I may really, really want this. I may be really tempted to go this way, but I'm not, because of I have Christ living in me. So it makes me want to lose control in order for him to have control.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the word says, to live is Christ and to die is gain.
Yeah.
So and it is not talking literally of, okay, I got, myself dying, but dude, everything, not just, okay, I'm in the casket, 10 toes up, not just that, but I'm talking about right now, as we're living, as we're walking on this side of heaven, dude, what are we doing? Are we going all out for God, or are we losing self-control and really focusing on the flesh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I definitely think that losing self-control is a way of gaining it.
Okay. Yeah. For God.
For God.
Oh, yeah. Because when I lost it to Rhonda and Tamika and Honda and
Shanisha,
all of them cats, it was not a good look. It was not a good look. Okay. Baby, I got some. I found that self-control has three main parts.
Okay.
Three main parts.
Okay.
The monitoring. Monitoring. Okay. It involves keeping track of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay. I didn't do a good job at that.
Okay.
Monitoring.
Equate that now.
Okay.
In your marriage now, as it pertains to then and now.
Yeah. I think I do a better job of it now, but don't get it twisted.
No.
Yeah. No. Don't get it twisted. That type of thing, because I can still go off.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's where I need help.
Okay.
So I call on the Lord to do that. right. So monitoring. No, I think I do a better job now, because I liken it to, okay, dude, I can go real hot right here and act a fool, or I can stay cool, calm, and Christ-like, and try to deal with it in a more civil tone, things like that. Does it happen all the time? No.
So monitoring is what's the definition?
Monitoring involves keeping track of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Okay. Actions. So what is my action going to be? Is it going to be me kicking down the door, waving the 4-4, or is it going to be, look, I love you, I'm not trying to argue with you, I don't want no trouble. That type thing. So here's the other one. It's three of them. Okay. Standards are guidelines that steer us towards desirable responses. Standards are guidelines that steer us towards desirable responses. Okay. Well, I want you to respond to me in a good way, a kind way. So that means I can't be calling you the B word and the H word and pushing on you and
what's
thinking,
the B word? What's the H word?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That type thing. And the garden hoe, the garden hoe,
the garden too.
Yeah, those type things. I can't be doing that. Okay. And expect you to respond to me the way I want. So we got to check that. And then strength. Okay. Strength refers to the energy we need to control our impulses.
Okay.
And I think that's only going to come from God.
Only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Romans 7:18 says, "For I know that good itself does not dwell in me. That is, in my sinful nature.
Yeah.
For I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out." What do you think about that?
Man, it's a beast, because
that last part. But for I have the desire to do what is good, but I cannot carry it out.
Right.
So I don't have control. Like I just, want to.
I think that's when I have to give it to God. I have to say, Lord, help me in this area, because he's given me, free will. But even that part reminds me of, dude, all things are permissible, but not all things are beneficial.
Right.
So, everybody knows I love chess. So I'm trying to walk it out like, dude, okay, if I go down this road, what is the outcome? And if the outcome is darkness, then maybe I shouldn't roll down there. But the problem is, like he's saying there, sometimes I roll down there any damn way. I was, and got into all types of trouble, got the family into trouble, things like that. But I think God says, look, I tried to help you, bro. I tried to help you. You didn't want to listen. So you want to go to the long way around Texas.
Right.
Well, let's get it popping.
Around Texas.
And I don't really want no trouble from God either. The long way around. Oh, that's a long way around Texas, ain't it?
Yeah.
Don't go through. Man. Yeah. So, but what do you think about it? Come on, man.
I gotta read it again. I definitely
just that last part, man. I try to do good, but I don't. Yeah,
I definitely think that the only way that you know what? Well, I'm not gonna say, but
good. Well, let me ask
you. Okay, go ahead.
What happens in your mind when we in an argument and you just decide, look, I'm gonna curse this cat out?
Again, that's the part where the
you try to do good.
Desire, I want to do good and hold tight. I really want to hold my lips tight.
Right.
But it's just a part of something that say, you know what? No, I'm gonna let him have it. So
because it hurts. Yeah, it hurts, babe.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say that in public.
But here's what I want to say though. At least I have the desire. I'm gonna go ahead and give me a little bit. Give me half of that, because I have the desire to do what is right, but I just can't carry it out.
Right.
Sometimes you should walk away, but you just. I just can't do it.
Right.
I don't want him to think I'm a punk or whatever. I just can't. I got to say what I just say.
I'm feeling you.
Okay.
I'm feeling that.
So there's definitely been situations where I have the desire to do what's right, what I know to be right.
Right. But then it didn't
carry it out. Didn't carry it out, and had to go and ask the Father for forgiveness.
Okay.
So you know what? In doing the research too, Aaron, I was thinking about self-control, like what brings on what has to happen in order for you to exercise self-control. So I was thinking, like, you have to be like in certain situations, like you have to be tested or tempted.
Or tempted. Yeah.
So you have to so I think that temptation kind of goes with self-control. Because if you don't have any temptation, or if you're not being tested or whatever, then you're not going to have the
well, I agree. How do you get stronger if you don't?
Yeah, how do I?
Introduce anything to help you get strong.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight, and so I love Oreo cookies, right? I really like Oreo cookies, and so do I not bring the Oreo cookies in the house? Or do I bring the Oreo cookies in the house and just say to myself, okay, you're just not gonna have no Oreo cookies after 8:00 at night?
Right, exactly. Hey, it's funny.
Which is this, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can't come in the crib, bro.
They can't come in the crib.
They can't come in the crib, man.
Why?
Hey, I told Kay the other day, man, I love these Klondike ice creams, and she always buys them for me, man. But I know they the devil, right? So I told her, I said, yo, the stomach is getting large and in charge, man. You can't bring those in the next month. Hey, next time you bring them in here, I'm throwing them across the street.
Down the street.
I'm throwing them down the street. No, I'm just throwing them. I don't care. That type thing. So I think that's where we got to get that mindset of, bro, I can't go around it if I can't handle it.
But here's the thing though. So then how, the test is don't bring them in the house?
I ain't bringing them in the house.
But if they're in the house, how are you going to exercise self-control if you don't even bring them in the house? Well, you should be able to control yourself and just not eat it.
I agree.
So then how?
But I think that's where it comes the issue of, okay, so I have one, and I'm like, man, that was really good. it's Saturday night. I'm watching the game. Let me have 3 more. Yeah, let me have 3 more. You know, that type thing. And before you know it,
you knew it,
boom, the whole box is gone. Lord, help me. You know, those type things. So I think those is where I have to do better at the self-control. But honestly, I'd rather just not put myself around it. You know, if because think about it, if you talking about the weight, okay, well that's in everything, dude. That's in the sex. Right? That's in the emotions, dude. That's in the finances, and all of that mixes into the pot of marriage. Right. You know, to where it can be an issue in all of those things. You know, if I'm gambling too much, I don't have any self-control with the gambling, but that's going to affect the marriage, in my opinion.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's going to affect it.
You know, if I'm trying to invite
Rhonda,
Mika, Lika, and Tanika. And Tamika into the house, you know, that's going to cause some issues right there. So that's what I would think.
Okay, so we have an audience. So our question to the audience is, have you ever been tempted to do wrong in your current marital relationship, and how did you exercise self-control?
Well, how are you handling that?
I'm good. So I'm gonna answer the question too. Yeah. But that is definitely a question that we're asking the audience. Again, let me give it to you again. Have you ever been attempted to do wrong in the current marital relationship? In your current marital relationship, how did you exercise self-control? So, to answer that question, to be honest, I have definitely been tempted to do wrong. I have been tempted to do wrong in a marital relationship. Tempted?
Yeah, ain't no tempted for me. I have.
Okay.
I have.
I have been tempted. Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, I can say and I have too. Right. I have too.
I think in different ways. Yeah, you know, whether it's emotional, physical, financial, things like that. It just causes issues all around when you lose the self-control, because you're not as strong as you should have been. And man, the conviction is tough. You know, and then wondering if you're going to go back to it again. Right. Which, you know, again, it can be some crazy stuff. It's been in our marriage, you know, and I'm so glad we're past those stages and around that corner. But man, going through it, it was not a good look, man. It kind of. So to answer that question for me, how did you exercise self-control? I did not. Right. I went ahead and did it. So I really didn't. I didn't exercise self-control. But now I think if I had to do it over again, now I definitely think that I would be a little better. I think I'd be able to pass that test and exercise self-control. I'll be able to hold my tongue. Yeah. And be able to, you know, not cuss you all the way out. All the way out. Yeah. So I'll be able to leave you a little bit, you know, a dignity. So I wouldn't do that. Yeah. But at the same time, I think with me back in the day, I shouldn't have let, just because you going off and things like that, take my self-control out the window as well. You know what I'm saying? And here's a stat for you. This is the American Psychological Association or Psychologists Association. They said they did a survey. They said 27% of folks said that the lack of willpower or self-control is a primary factor in keeping them from reaching their goals. 27%, and that means you bringing home a 73 on the test, bro. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? Wow. 27. So when I read it, I was like, man, because that means that those folks, and including myself back in the day, I have to put myself in there. Dude, my goal is to be married for 30, 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Well, how do I get myself out of that 27%? Right. And that means I gotta rely on Christ. Right. I gotta really exercise that muscle of self-control, because the only way to get it, like we were saying, is to actually be put in a predicament. Right. A test or attempt. Test or attempt. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's break down this other verse. We have a question? Okay. No. Okay. Yeah. That's us right there. Okay. 1 Corinthians 7:5. It says, "Do not deprive each other, except perhaps by mutual consent and for a time, so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. Then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control." Yeah, that's crazy right there. So that's talking about sex. Yeah. In the marital bed. Yeah.
So don't deny.
No. I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, and the ladies as well. But I think a lot of them sometimes use it as a weapon, or because you're so upset. No, I'm not giving you none. No, don't touch me. Leave me alone. And it's like, okay, at what point do we say, hey, I know we need to come back together? Because
so you really think
the door, he won't just put the devil won't just put his foot in the door. He'll try to kick it down.
Right. So it says that do not deprive yourself except for perhaps for mutual consent for a time.
Right.
Right. And then devote so that you may devote yourselves to prayer. Then come together again. So if you and I have an intense fellowship,
right,
we're fighting or whatever,
heated.
And so then I'm gonna say, come on, let's go do it.
Yeah.
How that look?
That look beautiful to me. No. That looks great. Hey, but because here's my thing. Wouldn't that get us back to some sort of communication and hugging and so I think that's an olive branch.
No.
I think that's an olive branch? Yeah, I think that's a great olive branch to say, look, and at the same time, look, I don't want you going out and doing something crazy. Come on and let's do Teddy Pendergrass and turn off the lights.
So how come you couldn't exercise self-control, and stop us from getting into the argument in the first place?
I could have.
You see what I'm saying?
I could have.
So now you want to now.
I think because a lot of times it's not my fault.
And silence.
Hey, right.
Silence. Yeah. That's not, But no, but seriously though. So you definitely think that it's olive branch? Oh
yeah, I think it is. I mean, think about it. The word is saying, dude, don't wait too long, because we wind up waiting too long, and dudes, we're real quick to use excuses to go do something stupid, and I liken it to remember that quote I told you back in the day, dude. When it comes to sex, man, okay, dudes, we've been trained from watching to be with her, and her. And now we have to retrain ourselves to be in a monogamous relationship. Most of us do. I can't speak for anybody else but myself. What I'm saying? And my reference point. So if there's no man around to show me what to do, no father there, if there's no uncles there to show me what to do, and I'm just looking at the pimps and the pushers, and they got,
they're not teaching you
self-control. No. Well, they didn't have any self-control. Right. So how was I to learn it? And again, I think everybody gets a level of it, but my level was very, very low. Okay. So that therefore, I'm trying to just knock boots with everybody when it comes to the sexual part.
So you had no self-control.
No, I don't believe I did at all. But I've learned in the training and just coming up in the world and giving my life to the Lord that, and I've told my sons this now. I said, dude, if you love one, meaning one woman, if you love one, then you've loved them all. Okay. You've loved them all. But if you try to love them all, you know how we do. We want to be the butterfly going from flower to flower. Then you really have not loved any of them.
You mean the bee?
Yeah, the bee. The butterfly goes from the reason I say butterfly is because, dude, over in the Philippines, that's what they would call a Marine that was going from woman to woman. He's a butterfly. Yeah, things like that. Exactly. So I said butterfly. But dude, if I'm trying to love you, okay, and everybody else in the world sees it. I'm trying to love you. I'm focused on you. I'm trying to feed into you, edify you. That's exemplifying love out there to know. You're just saying, wow, man, this dude really loves his wife. He's doing the right thing. But if they see me with you and in her and in her and her, like, dude, you're a liar. You're a cheater. You stealing people's hearts. You throwing it in the trash. You don't love nobody. Those type things. What we said is absolutely in a struggle to maintain self-control can be so difficult.
Yes,
in a struggle. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Definitely. Okay, so we talked about self-control. Let's talk about the lack of the lack of having self-control. And that is have the inability to restrain one's emotions, desires, or impulses. Having a lack of self-control can result in undesirable negative consequences like being arrested or losing a good friend or a spouse.
Yeah, it's definitely damage there. Yes. It's definitely damage because think about it. If you have no self-control, then stats will show that you have a higher propensity to maybe be in criminal activity, because you don't have any self-control, to to go outside your marriage. You know what I'm saying? To use drugs. You know, because you're like, dude, I'm gonna go YOLO. You know, I'm only gonna live once, so let me go. And that's not really a good look, because now that's messing with your health, your wealth, your soul. At least it was messing with mine, you know, that type thing. So yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Let's ask the audience another question. Okay. Is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you believe that having self-control and patience in a marriage are one and the same?
Do I believe having self-control and patience?
Self-control and patience are one in a marriage. Are one and the same. Why?
I think so, because I think
already said that.
Yeah, well, we display it a lot. You know, if I'm in an argument with you, we've come to the conclusion, look, we both can't be crazy at the same time.
Right.
So that means I have to exercise.
We came to that conclusion after
after ransacking the house and
looting our own house.
Cops knocking, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So I think it's more so the mindset of, yo, if you are on one 0 to 100, then I have to maintain. I have to be cognizant of saying, look,
so you got to remain in control.
I got to keep my self-control.
You got to keep your self-control.
Because
your emotions, feelings, everything.
Don't scoop. Don't say something stupid.
Right.
You know, because we're going to remember it, you know, 2 weeks from now and things like that. Right. And then vice versa.
When we get the front door fixed.
Exactly.
The house.
And vice versa. I think when I'm going crazy, because there are times, come on, it's just, we're just being real here. That's when you got to say, look, let me try to talk them off the ledge.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think they're one and the same. I definitely do. In a marriage, I think, well, like you said before, I think they're kissing cousins or siblings, or they're definitely related.
Something.
So, self-control and patience.
First cousins.
In a marriage. Yeah.
I received that.
Okay. How important is it for you to be? Okay.
Babe, hold on. Jack said, seems self-control is within for my own actions, and patience is for my spouse and her actions. I received that. I received that definitely there. Because we still got to lead. Right. We should lead in that area. Right. But I think if we break down as the leader of the man, then it is everything gonna start getting wobbly and shaking off. So,
okay. How important is it to you to be patient with your spouse in an intense argument? What ways can you display self-control?
Oh man. You know what? I back in the day, I would just walk out. I'd walk out, I'd leave, and come on, we being real. Dude, I wouldn't come back 2 days, something like that, 3 days, whatever.
But you know what? If you're gonna be honest, be all the way honest. Because I think you would start the arguments really seriously.
Okay.
It'd be like the pattern, like we start this argument with Kay on Wednesday or Thursday. So by the time I started really on Wednesday, and then so by Thursday we really it's on and popping. It intensifies by Thursday, and then Friday you don't come home.
Right.
You at the club, whatever, and then
because I want to go out, I want to go hang with the fellas, act the fool, and whatever happens, and it just was not a good look. Whereas now it's the mindset of matter of fact, we was just in an argument 2 weeks ago or a week ago, something like that. We was just in an argument, dude. I went to get the key, and she's like, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm just going to move the car. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be right back." So I think now it's more so while we're not on the same page, while we're not dancing correctly, while we're stepping on each other's toes, we still communicate with each other to say, "Look, I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere," or still calling, "Hey, I'm picking up some food. Do you want some food?" Those type of things will show you, okay, he's still got some sort of self-control, and he's not just, "I'm quiet, I'm gone, and you don't know where I'm at." Because remember, back in the day, there was no location finder. It was just a wrap. You was chirping. Hey, you there? Hey, you there? Yeah, man, please. Ain't nobody picking that up. Or the pager. You putting in the code. Hey, we had a code back in the day. You put it in like, "Hey, that's an emergency." No, it's not. You're just trying to get me on the phone and argue, and I got to go to a payphone. It wasn't a good look.
I used to do that too. Yeah. And then be mad when you don't answer. Like, really?
Right.
Straight, yeah.
That's all good.
But yes, I definitely think that having self-control in a marriage is super, super important.
Yeah.
Super important.
It is. I'd agree. What else you got, babe? Well,
that's it for us for soul tie. I think we've gone through everything for soul ties.
No, you mean for self-control?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
For self-control. I think we pretty much handled that. Yeah. So again, I wanted to let's talk about soul ties a little bit.
Okay, we can do that.
So in my research of soul ties, again, like I said before, it is like, it is way, it was way bigger than what I thought it was going to be, and way more intense, and way more like I need about a month to be able to really delve deep into that and be able to come and talk to the viewers really intelligently a bit. So but right now I just have have a little bit of research so far about it. So I guess I can tell you what a soul tie is.
Right.
And how it can, positively or negatively affect our marriage or affect a marriage or whatever. So the definition of a soul tie is any relationship where two become one in mind, body, emotions, or heart. It is an invisible umbilical cord that ties you to one another person. That is a deep, just in the definition of what it is. I mean, that's really deep. So if you think about it, let me read it again. What is a soul tie? A soul tie is any relationship where two become one in mind, body, emotions, or heart. It is an invisible umbilical cord that ties you to another person. That is really deep. So for us, being happily married,
right?
I would say that we are definitely
sometimes.
Really?
Not all the time.
Really?
Dude, it ain't
most of the time, bro.
Let me recant that. Most of the time.
Right here,
all right. Don't punch me in the face, man.
I'm not punching inside of your head. Like what?
Yeah.
Most of the time here now, I was, you not happily married?
Hey man, I want no trouble.
You want some trouble?
Yeah, I want no trouble.
Sound like you want some trouble.
I am.
Sound like you want some trouble.
I ain't going nowhere, bro.
I know that for real.
You stuck to me.
Hey man, but
Gorilla Glue stuff.
Listen, hold on, let's share. Listen, but you going nowhere does not mean that you happily married, bro.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. Just because I ain't going.
You're right. Yeah.
Because I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't mean nothing.
But I said to myself, dude, I don't want to be that dude that just comes home. I sit on the couch. I read my paper. I go to bed, I go to work, I come home, I lay you on your back, and I read my paper. I want more. And I think you as a female, I think most females want more than that. Yeah.
Okay, so what you want?
Hey, I want to engage with you.
Okay.
I want to have deep conversation with you.
We don't do that?
Yeah, absolutely we do.
Okay.
Hey, you on me, bro?
Sometimes.
You didn't let me finish.
Really?
I was about to sing a song.
Well, sing the song.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. I was about to sing. You didn't let me finish. No, I'm trying to clean it up, huh?
Really?
No, but no. I say most of the time we are on the same page now.
Right.
But I look at my life as a then and now. Because we were like enemies, man.
Right.
Where now we tell each other.
We wasn't like enemies, dude. We were.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in the marriage.
Yeah. But now we tell each other, hey, bro, I'm not your enemy. I'm on your side. I got you.
Because sometimes I need like a reminder. Sometimes you need a reminder. Hey, man, I'm not the enemy. We on the same team. You know what I mean? Sometimes we can kind of get mixed up a little bit sometimes. So we do need to say that.
Yeah. Hey, Charnel said many dismiss soul ties and the impact they have on relationships.
Right.
Yeah. But again, I think that's just us, how we growing up, what reference points we have.
Right.
And again, if you don't have that, but I'm not saying solid families can't have it either, or nuclear families, but I'm saying when you have a piece of the puzzle missing, like a mother or a father, other things come into play, molestation, you know what I'm saying? Just a lot of just dysfunction around you, dude. It can make you say, well, look, I'm going to go find love somewhere when reality is not really love. But what you don't realize is that you're intertwining with problems
and see,
and baggage.
Right. And that's what I found and just starting, I'm telling you, it was overwhelming. And then when I first started doing the research, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to, soul ties in itself is just, that's by that. We could talk about that.
All day.
All by itself. And a lot of people, that's a term that's been, talked about in the church or whatever, you in a soul tie. Whatever, but, break the soul tie. You got to go, it's a demon or, whatever. But soul ties can be positive too. And I definitely think that, us being in a marriage, we're definitely soul tied. We become one.
Absolutely.
When you get married, you become one. And over time, I believe in your marriage, as you intertwine, as you grow together, mature, you definitely grow to one mind. Because when we first get married, we were first at the altar. We were not one mind. We were not one body.
Man, what's really going on?
Even though we had already had premarital sex or whatever, then really, no, yeah. So we got one body, one mind, and in emotions. Or a heart. Yeah,
we again like talking about the then and now. Yeah, it was crazy then, but now I think we're like
that's the craziest thought right now.
You want to share it? Or you like, oh hell no?
I just remember when I was walking down the aisle, the look on your face.
It wasn't a bad look.
Dude, stop it, Aaron.
It was like this.
Aaron, stop it. That's a lie.
No, look, it's just froze.
That was a lie.
Like, what am I doing again? No, this is it. I promise you. Hey, this is that Victor Maitland look. You don't know who you're dealing with. That type thing, man. Man, you having the slightest idea who you about to get married to. Those types. So it was. So stupid. No.
He was like this.
Hey, real talk. No, but babe, here's how I liken it. Here's how I liken it to now. Hey, now it's that three chord.
Man.
It's not easily broken because now we got Jesus in there. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. If I ain't have Jesus, I'd probably be on my 15th marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
15th.
That's true.
15th.
And if I didn't have Jesus, I'd probably be on my second.
Yeah. So what? How I get 15 and you get 2, right?
Because you're different from me.
Hey, but isn't that the crazy thing? And it goes back to the self-control and stuff. Dude. So I'm soul tied. I'm thinking, oh, I love her. So let me get married for the 13th time. I love her. Let me get married for the 14th time. Yeah. But I don't have any concept of the self-control of marriage and who's got to be in charge, which is God. Crazy. Crazy.
Let me tell you something else about soul ties. It says in the research, I'm telling you, this is bananas.
Yeah, come on.
It says the idea that certain actions can connect you to a person and cause you to bond in a way that is not easily broken. Typically, soul ties are said to come from sex. In a healthy relationship, sexual intercourse is used to unify two people in a way that is nurturing and empowering. It's the physical act of giving yourself to another person that makes you vulnerable to such a connection.
That's good.
So from what I gather from that is that a soul tie is like a definitely, it's mostly through sex,
right?
And it's like becoming one is like a deeper connection.
Yeah.
So just think about this. So in a healthy way in a marriage, definitely we are definitely soul tied. We're definitely connected that way. But just think about this though, like you were just, kind of joking and whatever about 15 wives or whatever, but so the people that you had sex with prior to being married,
got some of them on me and they got some of me on them.
Right. I was watching this again, doing the research. I was watching this TED Talk, and it was showing how about soul ties, and it had 2 pieces of wood. The guy took 2 pieces of wood,
right,
and he put gorilla glue on one piece of the wood, and then he put it together,
right,
and then he tried to separate it. So he glued it together, and a piece of the wood was on the other piece of wood. Well, it's splintered. So a piece. So and that's like a illustration of what happens in a soul tie.
Yeah.
So a piece of you. So you have sex with this person. You have sex with this person. You become one flesh with this person or whatever, and then So a piece of you goes to
exactly.
goes with them. A piece of them goes with you to the next person, to the next person. So what happens when you go all the way up into when you're getting married if you don't have?
Well, you got a lot of baggage. You got a lot of issues, and I've told my sons this: hey, be careful because what it's going to do and what it did to me. So it desensitizes you. Mm-hmm. It desensitizes to the point where now, okay, so I'm with Kay, but I'm like, man, hey, man, she don't drop it like it's hot. Like the girl Rochelle, you know what I'm saying? Those type things. You know, she don't do what Stupenda did. You know, her name is Stupenda.
Did you say I don't drop it hot like a? Yeah. I don't drop it like
but that's what we start doing in our mind. And what it does is it causes issues.
How come I don't drop it like Michelle?
You can get busy though. You can get busted. You can get busy. But here, Willa just said, hey, there's no clean breaks after you're tied. And that's good. That's the issue right there. Dude, there's no way to separate yourself. Even in thought, you'll still have a thought way back in the day, like, oh man, and you got to fight that, and you got to rest that. You do. I'm just saying, but yes, of course, the thoughts come.
No, I'm being serious
absolutely.
Right now. So you
Rhonda said they're real, which is why honesty is important. Checking in with each other often is a must. Babe, how you doing? Babe, what can I do better? You know, because we want our soul tie to be as strong as possible, not those ones from the past, man. Right. They're a beast.
So my question is this though. So. In soul ties, and I'm serious. I apologize to everyone, but because I did not know that soul ties was this really deep, and people get, like, oh, some people don't believe they're real. Yeah, they're like, that's a spirit, or like they don't believe in demons. If you believe in the Holy Spirit, how come you can't believe in a demon?
Right.
You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So if there's a soul tie, it can be a good thing between a husband and a wife. Or whatever.
Surely he's warped it and made his package.
The enemy has had to warp it as well. Yeah. So there has to be, So so I want to know, how do you like one of the people just said, there's no clean breaks. Yeah. But I think the only thing you can do. Can I detox myself? Oh, absolutely. I think that's what we've done. Can I cleanse myself? Yeah. We've done that over time. We actively have to do. You have to say to yourself, okay, I'm definitely going to cleanse myself of my past partners or whatever. Prior to. Yeah. There's only a few. I'm just saying. Yeah. But what we're doing, one, we've got to introduce Jesus into the equation and let him start washing and cleaning. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we got to have self-control to be for each other. And that's it. And now in that self-control, now all the things that we're doing, hey, we was just in Newport. By the beach, relaxing, had some great conversation, just spontaneity. Just took a little ride down there and got a hotel and really had a great time, some good conversation. Yeah, we were conversing. So I think all of those things in time will start washing out the mess that was there. Well, here's a little. Don't forget, we got about 15 minutes. We got to get to the JM2C and stuff. Because you said, hey, we just gonna touch on the soul tie. Now we rocking the soul tie. But I ain't mad at it though. It's a good question. Let me just give a real quick. How to break a soul tie.
And Charnel said, hey, I love what Charnel said too. Hey, pray those old ties away, especially when people have mental health problems. Those familiar spirits can attach themselves. Man, those familiar spirits can attach themselves.
I'm telling you guys, the research I've been doing on soul tie is blowing my mind. My boy, one of my really good friends in Houston, he sent me this video on it or whatever. It just blew my wig back. It's just really, it's deep. So I apologize again, but I really want to just really take my time on the soul tie issue or whatever. So you know what, babe, and keeping with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say this: how to break a soul tie. I'll say that when we come back and talk.
Okay, I love that.
We'll come back and talk about that. That sounds like a plan. You want to just go ahead and move up that? Do we have any other audience questions?
No, it looks great. Just comments. They do anything. I appreciate y'all for the comments. Y'all comment at any time. Okay. And we'll try to rock to them and things like that.
Okay. All right. So let's move up to what's under the hood.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You want to read it?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Sure. I'll read it. Okay. They say that you have to be careful because if you lay down with dogs, you're bound to get up with fleas. What is it saying as it pertains to soul ties in marriage? I'll read it again. They say that you have to be careful because if you lay down with dogs, you're bound to get up with fleas. What is it saying as it pertains to soul ties in your marriage? Well, I think what it's saying to me is, dude, I have to be careful. I love the word where it says, dude, let your wife be your sister and let her breast be what make you happy. I'm just saying, hey, just being honest. So I have to focus on just you. But you know how dogs are, man. Hey, we used to have Cooper. I'd be walking with Cooper, see another dog. Now he want to sniff, and as far as me, I don't have time to sniff anything else. I want to stay right here and continue to work on this soul tie. Because if back in the day, I promise you, I was that dude. Hey, what was that dude in Charlie Brown? The dude, Pigpen? The dude doing a dance like this. Yeah, but the dude was always just dust and stuff around him.
With the cloud around him.
And fleas and stuff. Dude, I promise you, man, because those are the type of soul ties I had on me to where I'm bringing that into our marriage and just causing havoc. And really, I think you, like any woman, is like, dude, I just want security, confidence, love, protection, somebody that's gonna make me laugh, cook for me every once in a while. And I'm giving you that plus hell. So it's crazy, man. You wanna be careful. We don't have time. I mean, me and Kay, we don't have time to return to our vomit.
Right.
That was way back. I ain't got time for that no more.
Right.
I'm not trying to make no more either. Yeah.
Okay, good job. Real talk. Okay, so they say that you have to be careful because if you lay down with dogs, you're bound to get up with fleas. What is that saying as it pertains to soul ties in marriage? Right. So it's just I think that if you tie yourself, if you lay down, if you keep laying down with having sex with different people, whatever, different spirits, you're tying yourself to different spirits. Just like so you lay down with this girl, or if I lay down with this man or whatever, and he has like the watcher just said they have mental health issues. Yeah. Now I ain't never had no mental health issues. I don't struggle with depression. Now you concerned. Now all of a sudden anxiety. I'm depressed. I got anxiety or whatever because that spirit was on him. And now that spirit, now my soul is intertwined with him. Now it's on me. You know what I mean? Hey, one of the ones is dude. Obviously, if you're doing that soul tie, the demon and spirit of lust. Because we both are experiencing it at the same time. That lust is like, dude, cool. Let me just get stronger and bigger. Hey, Sister Sheba said, hey, R.C. Blake's book really goes deep about soul ties. Okay. So hey, big ups to that, Sister Sheba. Thank you. Jack said, hey, bad company corrupts good character. That is so good. Man, that's so true. That you can put a pin right there, man. Because you got to be careful about who you're around because that'll push you in your self-control. Yep. And that'll push you in areas where you might wind up getting soul ties and something jumping on you that you really wasn't expecting. You're right. Yeah. So love it. Okay. All right. Well, that was what's under the hood. Yeah. Okay. So how much time we got left? We got about 8 minutes. We give it a little bit because we started about 3 minutes late, but yeah, let's get it popping. You want to read the JMTC? Because for real, man. Hey, man. Why? Help me out. All right. Help me out, please. Self-control right here. Okay, so listen. Submission right now, listen. This podcast is for adults 18 and older. So if they send us a letter and it has cursing in it, we'll try to bleep or whatever. But Okay. All right. We're gonna read what it says. Okay. It says, "Hi, I'm a 35-year-old woman from Queens, New York. Where I come from is important. Who is married with 3 children, ages 4, 6, and 12. I have 2 bonus children with my new husband, ages 5 and 7. My husband and I have been married for almost 7 years, and we get along great. We get each other and are always on the same page most of the time. Well, most of the time anyway. The only time we're not on the same page is when it comes to dealing with his crazy ex-wife. Just recently, my husband's ex physically assaulted me at his son's school. I arrived at the school to pick up my bonus son from school.
His ex sped through the parking lot and blocked in my car so I could not move. I put my bonus son in the car and walked over to his ex and politely asked her to move her car. She screamed no and said I wasn't taking her son anywhere. I told her it was our weekend and I had permission from my husband to pick him up. She said she did not care whose weekend it was. I was not taking her son anywhere. I proceeded to pull out my phone and call my husband to ask him to come to school to avoid making a further scene. Before I knew it, she spit in my face. I couldn't see anything. But I knew my bonus son could not only see us, but he could hear his mother cursing and acting belligerent. I was so taken back, I couldn't move. I did not want to act crazy in front of my bonus son. It took all my strength not to beat her ass. His ex got in her car and sped away. I got in my car and called my husband back and told him in code that if I see her, I'm gonna see her. Yeah. I'm about to open up a can of whoop on her. The school administrator saw the altercation and came over to help me. She asked if I wanted to file a report against his ex, but my bonus child looked so sad and asked me not to hurt his mommy. What do I do? Do I let it slide? Yeah.
You go first.
Hey, that's a tough situation.
That's a tough one.
And I think a lot of times because we're in a blended family, a lot of us, we actually have a blended family, but that's what comes with it. It's not something that God intended. He intended us to be with one woman for the rest of our lives and it's a wrap, or one man for the rest of our lives and it's a wrap.
Right.
But we've decided, okay, due to irreconcilable differences and this and that and the third, including myself, that we don't want to be in it anymore. And we know that God doesn't like divorce. Well, doesn't mean that he's not going to bless what comes behind it or in the future, because he's blessed us. But he will say, hey, look, I got to take you through some wilderness. I got to take you through some more trials and tribulations because I wouldn't be a righteous God if I didn't.
Right.
Now with her, yeah, a lot of cats say that's the end all right there. Hey, you spit in my face, I got to get at you. And it's that would be very hard not to do. Just being honest with you there, because now I'm trying to think of it from a legal standpoint. Okay, you've assaulted me and you spit in my face. Now I have a legal right to get at you because now I've been accosted. I think others that it ain't past the coop. I think others that have even more self-control in that area will say, okay, cool. I'm gonna walk away. And that's very, very hard to do. I pray things like, Lord, please don't put me in that position, because I'm one of them cats, and y'all heard it. Hey, try Jesus, not me.
Because you throw hands. I'm
just saying, so that's where I pray things like that, because that is a tough one right there. But big ups to anybody that has that type of self-control though. She
exercised such restraint and such self-control because that's that. Do you know how nasty that is to have someone spit in your face?
Yeah.
To spit on you is one thing, but to spit in your face, that is on a different level. That you should punch me before you would spit on me.
Right.
That is so dirty. That is just the nastiest thing ever to me.
Yeah.
I don't even know that, and I'm not a fighting woman. I'm not a fighter at all.
Yeah.
But I think something probably would have rose up in me that day.
I hear that.
I probably would have just blanked out. And we would, I don't know, I'm not saying I'm a fighter, but we probably would have been fighting that day. I'm just going to keep, but my 2 cents on that is good job on exercising self-control. Mark 1 for Jesus, because you definitely showed great restraint, and you showed
self-control.
The Jesus in you.
One of the fruit of the spirit, like we said.
You definitely showed the Jesus in you by not knocking her out, because that is just absolutely just disgusting.
Yeah, Sister Sheba said, "Hey, maybe have the father pick up the child from now on." And she said, "Thank God for forgiveness." But she went back and said, I would have beat the brakes off of her. Sheba, man. She a real one. She a real one, man. You know.
That's just absolutely that's absolutely crazy because, dude.
Yeah,
but
that's an issue.
And I appreciate her comment of saying maybe have the father. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing though. You know, again with that blended family situation, that's something that's a topic that we're definitely going to discuss too because we've had situations like that as well.
That's a big one.
We haven't had it to that extent or whatever, but I've had that. We've had that where I've driven all the way out to LA County to pick up my bonus children too as well. Mm-hmm. And the mom was like, no, your name's not on the list. Yeah. And I don't want her name on the list. That's your wife, but but no, I don't know. Just the dad can pick up, not the wife.
Hey,
so I've experienced that.
Yeah. If you want to go down this road, like her, like us, and you are a blended family, you have to expect the unexpected things like this.
Right.
Because it's going to happen. And then we talked about it with self-control. Okay, this is what you wanted to do. You had the free will to rock this. You said, okay, this is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. Well, God is still going to put test in your way. Mm-hmm. And that's a big test right there. And
she
guess
passed,
what? I believe she passed. And the devil will be right there too. He's going to put his temptation there where you're going to want to beat the brakes off of her, but you got to really decide, what's the objective and what's going to happen down the road?
Because and again, she thought about the little boy. She thought about the little boy or whatever. And so it's so funny, the mama didn't.
Yeah, real talk.
So the mama didn't even think about the little boy.
Chanel said, hey, that's the failure of the parents creating an agreed upon schedule. Yeah. And we don't know everything. We don't know if maybe they did and she just, because hey, we've had times where I reneged on something with my ex, or she reneged on something for us and things like that. Or at the last minute, we need to switch something around with weekends, and it became just a fiasco sometimes. Things like that. So it's crazy. Okay. Melania said I would have filed on this an assault, and she'd have to think about going from 0 to 10 in minutes, while behind bars. Okay, She says she don't tolerate domestic violence, and that's really what is. Again, the minute you spit on somebody, you can head to jail for that. Yeah, you can head to jail for that.
I mean, that's just the lowest of the
big
lows.
Big up. So. All right, babe, we good?
We good.
We good. Okay, hey, we appreciate y'all. Look, we need you to like, to share, to subscribe.
Remember your comments. Too.
Oh man, great comments.
Thank you guys.
The Marriage Tune -up is where you want to subscribe to. And I'll tell you, we're going to continue to have great times here. And anything else?
So again, I want to apologize to you guys again about the soul ties research again, but I will be back. We will be back in 2 weeks to finish that discussion. We're going to go deeper into this soul tie thing. We're really going to go in how it can positively and negatively affect your marriage. So we're definitely going to be back for that in 2 weeks.
Hey, we love you. We appreciate you. God keep you. God bless you.
Yeah.
May he continue to shine his face upon you. See y'all soon.
Peace.
Woke up, still smiling, sun shining. Feel fine, and it's one person I got to thank. And no, it ain't your mama or your Uncle Hank. It's Jesus, the one that'll get you going, keep you flowing high. You already know, and he'll lift you up, pick you up, get you up. He'll set you up in a life with less strife. That's just right, with pure love and more light. As long as you live it, remember he got you. And now that you free, what's the plan for you? You better get him, let him, live him, kiss him, miss him, bug him, hug him, love him. And please stop talking this, that, and third. And just focus on God in his word.